This was the strangest girl, who, despite only suffering from anemia, lay in bed for 3 months, and soon after, she died with her eyes wide open. What was even more terrifying was that her symptoms rapidly spread throughout the village, and everyone became paralyzed, eventually dying and attracting countless maggots. Such strange events began after a castle appeared. Megumi was the most beautiful girl in the village, but she was often discussed by the villagers, which made her feel frustrated with her rural identity, and she would often vent her emotions while walking on the road. She longed for the big city, hoping to become a star everyone envied, but she couldn't change the fact that she still lived in the countryside. At some point, a castle was built in the center of the village, becoming the goal she longed for. One day, she decided to write a letter to a director in the city, but a classmate discovered it, quickly hiding the letter and walking away without a word. She didn't want to deal with these silly classmates from the village. At that moment, she met Yuki, initiating a conversation, but Yuki acted as if he didn't hear her. Yet, Megumi liked his indifference toward her, and when Yuki glanced at her, Megumi's heart instantly fluttered. At night, Megumi quietly climbed to Yuki's window, watching him all night. The next day, she was fantasizing outside the castle, thinking that the nobles inside the castle might notice her. But soon, Megumi's classmates arrived, leading a dog with them. Megumi instantly felt disgusted, leaving without a word. She couldn't stand these silly classmates and villagers. Suddenly, the castle appeared right in front of her, and she didn't know what to do, walking like a cat, hoping to catch the attention of someone inside. However, she tripped and fell, looking up to see the castle's large door opening, and a person walking out. Megumi looked on with envy. That night, Megumi mysteriously appeared in the forest, her face pale, and after the doctor examined her, he said it was just anemia, but she was stiff and unable to move, and lay in bed for 3 months. One day, she had a dream while lying in bed, and after waking, she mumbled a few words, before quickly passing away. The next day, Megumi's death was reported, and Toshio extracted her blood for testing, only to discover that several elderly villagers had died one after another. Toshio believed the old people's deaths were due to the hot weather and heart failure, but a healthy old woman who had come into contact with the elderly passed away within a week. Then, the nurse received a call, saying her lively sister had also died, with symptoms just like Megumi's, dullness and fatigue. Toshio recalled Megumi's symptoms before her death, and they were almost identical. Also, the old woman had been adamant about not seeing a doctor before her death, as though her body was being controlled by something. At this point, Toshio concluded this was no coincidence. Next, Toshio contacted the administrator, and discovered more than 10 names of deceased individuals on the list, some of which were of unclear identity. He believed this was caused by an infectious disease, and 2 days ago, he had treated a female employee, whose symptoms were exactly like Megumi's, appearing completely exhausted, and her boss was also on the list of the deceased. Toshio decided to investigate the source of the virus, and asked everyone to cooperate. At this point, Yuki, due to Megumi's death, became haunted by shadows, constantly feeling as if someone's eyes were watching him from the window. Megumi's test results showed that, even after her death, her red blood cells were still active. The cause of Megumi's death puzzled him, as there were no external injuries, but she had severe anemia.